According to the latest statistics, the weight loss market in the United States was estimated to be worth around $68.2 billion, yes, with a B, in 2017. In the following year, 2018, it grew by 4% and reached an all-time high of $72 billion. At the same time, the rates of excess weight and obesity in the US are also rising with each year. According to the CDC reports, in 2015 to 2016 almost 40% of adult Americans were obese, compared to the 22.9% reported in the early 90s. Long story short, from a business perspective, the weight loss industry doesn't want anyone to solve their excess weight problem. As more people struggle with extra pounds, more customers are dragged into the world of diets that don't work, supplements that are downright dangerous, and bariatric surgeries that might leave you scarred for life. If there was a solution that could solve the real cause of excess weight and obesity, thousands of companies in the dieting niche would be out of business overnight. But is a definitive solution even possible, to begin with? Leptitox is a revolutionary product that's extremely close to a be-all and end-all solution to most causes of excess weight and obesity, as it takes care of the root of the condition, leptin resistance. Leptin resistance, the hidden cause of most cases of obesity. Leptin is a hormone discovered in the 90s. Its name is derived from the Greek word leptos, which means thin, and that's a one-word summary of its main biological effect. The lion's share of leptin in the body is produced by adipose, fat, cells and the lining of the small intestine. In terms of weight management, leptin has two major direct effects. It reduces the feeling of hunger. It prevents fat cells from storing more fat. Leptin tells your body that it has enough stored fat, no need to eat, and calories can be burned as usual. Theoretically, having normal levels of leptin would keep hunger at bay and dial down the accumulation of fat, which is exactly what most diets and supplements promise, but fail to deliver. Can you guess why? In the vast majority of cases, obesity is caused by a condition known as leptin resistance. Essentially, leptin resistance is a state when your body ignores the signals leptin is sending. As a result, you experience significant hunger and increased accumulation of fat. But how do you get leptin resistance in the first place? Causes of leptin resistance. There are many factors that contribute to the development of leptin resistance. Here are some of the most common ones. Inflammation contributes to leptin resistance through the action of pro-inflammatory molecules produced in the body. Sleep deprivation, as well as sleeping too much, can cause leptin resistance as well. According to animal studies, chronic stress may contribute to leptin resistance too. Besides the above, a major cause of leptin resistance are endocrine disruptors, different chemicals present in everyday objects, foods, and drinks that slowly impair the function of your endocrine system and contribute to leptin resistance. For example, bisphenol A, BPA, present in clear plastic, water bottles, plastic food containers, Tupperware, sports equipment, and even baby bottles. These make just a fraction of common things with high BPA levels. By using these almost daily for years or even decades, you're continually introducing new doses of BPA into your body and disrupting your leptin signaling. DIG, 2-ethylhexyl, phthalate, DEHP, causes leptin resistance and impairs thyroid function, leading to low metabolism and significant accumulation of fat. DEHP is routinely found in cosmetics, food packages, toys, wire and cable sheathing, medical tubing, and almost any kind of flexible plastic. Zearalenone, ZEA, impairs leptin function, affects the body's estrogen levels, and even increases the risk of developing some types of cancer. ZEA is a mycotoxin produced by some fungi and is commonly found worldwide in rice, wheat, oats, barley, and other crops. As you see, that's exactly why excess weight and obesity are so common. We live in a time and age when chronic stress and poor sleep have become a normal thing, and dangerous endocrine disruptors are present all around. Also, that's exactly why the weight loss industry isn't addressing leptin resistance in general. It's good for business. Being so common in the general population, it's basically a guarantee that there will always be customers for new diets and supplements. There are billions of dollars at stake, after all. But enough of the bad news. Let's talk about Leptitox as a natural blend that could put an end to leptin resistance and resulting weight issues. Leptitox, a natural solution to leptin resistance. The idea of creating Leptitox belongs to Morgan Hurst, a firefighter from Colorado that has been looking for a way to help his wife with her excess weight problem. In 2016, Morgan was leading an educational project on a tiny Malaysian island that aimed to teach local firefighters to better deal with forest and bush fires. While working with his students, Morgan noticed that 6 of them didn't have a problem with hunger or excess weight even though all of them were in their mid-50s, and leptin resistance is extremely common in this age group. All 6 of these slim middle-aged firefighters were from the tiny Malaysian island of Langkawi, so it couldn't be just a coincidence. One of the firefighters, Ashraff Hadi, revealed they all had strong health largely thanks to a herbal blend that was traditional to their island's culture. The effects were staggering. The obesity rates on their island were close to 0. Of course, the Langkawians didn't have a problem with leptin resistance and hunger either. They didn't eat snacks, didn't take second portions, and usually passed on the desserts. At the same time, they felt full and energized. That's the power of a healthy leptin signaling for you. Ashraff's recipe consisted of 11 herbs that Morgan Hurst noted down, brought back to the United States, and studied together with medical researcher Sonia Rhodes. Using modern scientific methods, they were able to find 11 other natural components that can be combined with Ashraff's traditional recipe and make it at least twice as powerful. Morgan gave the resulting blend to his wife Grace and helped her get rid of 62 pounds of stubborn fat she couldn't shed in decades. Encouraged by this raging success, the couple found 45 volunteers to test their product, and all of them lost over 40 pounds just by taking this herbal blend. No exhausting exercises. No shady supplements. No dietary restrictions. Just a natural product that fixes the root of most cases of obesity, leptin resistance, particularly the kind caused by endocrine disruptors. Morgan and Grace patented their blend as Leptitox, and since then it has become the last weight loss product for thousands of people around the world, breaking for them the never-ending cycle of tiresome diets and futile exercise. But what's inside Leptitox, and does it really work? Are there any studies to confirm its effectiveness? Leptitox ingredients, do they really work? There are no studies on Leptitox specifically, probably because they wouldn't be good for the weight loss industry. Large-scale clinical trials cost tens of thousands of dollars to organize and carry out, and may take several decades to bring results. Morgan and Grace didn't have that kind of spare money or time, but they had a recipe that just worked. And that's where the good news are. There are studies on the effect of each of the blend's ingredients on leptin resistance and general health separately. Basically, the answer was right there, in front of our eyes the whole time. We just had to look closer to notice it. Here are some of the most important Leptitox ingredients, along with amazing studies on their health benefits. Milk thistle, Cilibium merianum. Milk thistle is one of the core components of Leptitox. Studies reported this common herb contains the flavonoid silymarin, which effectively fights off the endocrine disruptor BPA and cleanses the liver from its harmful action. Celery, Apium graveolens. Besides being a delicious food, celery effectively detoxifies the body from DEHP, improves liver function, supports the blood vessels, and reduces overall inflammation thanks to its antioxidative action. According to animal studies, celery can also neutralize the toxic effect of DEHP on male fertility. Jujube, Zizifus jojoba. Jujube is effective against zearalenone, ZEA, an endocrine disruptor often found on commercially grown crops and grains. Also known as Chinese date, jujube is highly beneficial for brain function, and studies reported it can promote memory and learning. Grape seed. Cadmium is a heavy metal that not only contributes to the development of leptin resistance, but is also harmful for the brain and reproductive function too. Luckily, Leptitox contains grape seed to mitigate the damage and reverse leptin resistance. Alfalfa, Medicago sativa. Although alfalfa doesn't have a direct effect on leptin signaling, it's extremely beneficial for liver function in general, and it's the liver that cleanses the body from a great deal of endocrine disruptors that may cause leptin resistance in the first place. Additionally, Alfalfa helps to keep blood cholesterol and sugar levels in their healthy ranges. Chancopedra, Philanthus neruri. Chancopedra has an extremely wide range of scientifically confirmed health benefits, including liver and kidney support, anti-diabetic action, and antioxidative properties. Generally speaking, this herb is fabulous in fighting hidden inflammatory processes in the body that could contribute to leptin resistance. Dandelion, Taraxacum officinale. Dandelion has been used for centuries to promote liver function and cleanse the body from various toxins. Additionally, dandelion is rich in a wide range of vitamins and minerals, and thus able to support general health and enhance the body's resistance to inflammation, infections, stress, and other harmful factors that may contribute to leptin resistance. Plants from the mustard, Brassica, genus. Leptitox is fabulous in dealing with general inflammation and resulting leptin resistance, and one of the ways in which it does this is by scavenging free radicals and fighting oxidative stress. Plants from the Brassica genus are extremely rich in natural antioxidants that effectively curb low-grade inflammation in the body. Barberry, Berberis vulgaris. Barberry is rich in berberine, a compound that has been scientifically confirmed to be fabulous against unhealthy blood cholesterol levels and glucose levels. Both of these factors can cause systemic low-grade inflammation and leptin resistance, along with heart disease, diabetes, and several other health issues anyone would rather avoid. Sonia Rhodes, a medical researcher with over 29 years of experience in studying the weight loss industry and the supplements it promotes, helped Morgan Hurst to identify several other compounds that work extremely well when combined with Ashraff's traditional herbal formula. Let's take a quick look at just some of them. N-acetylcysteine, NAC, is a powerful antioxidant which is especially beneficial in cases of oxidative damage caused by high blood sugar, as reported in recent studies. NAC is a natural compound found in garlic and onion, and it works extremely well with other natural antioxidants. Burdock, Arctium lapa, root is another natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidative agent. Additionally, burdock is known to boost leptin levels. When combined with compounds that lower leptin resistance, burdock root effectively reduces hunger by enhancing leptin signaling, and that's why it's such an important compound in the Leptitox formula. Chicory root has been traditionally used to improve digestion, enhance liver function, and cleanse the biliary tract. In Leptitox, chicory plays the role of an additional toxin cleanser while helping you get the most out of the foods you eat thanks to the support it provides to the gastrointestinal system. Essentially, Leptitox is a traditional Malaysian herbal blend adapted and boosted to fit the needs of people leading a busy life in the stressful 21st century. Besides addressing leptin resistance at its root, it can also enhance general health and support all the systems in the body thanks to its cleansing properties. Our final verdict on Leptitox. Leptin resistance is a largely underestimated and underdiscussed problem. Being the core component of over 95% cases of excess weight and obesity, it doesn't care about what you eat or how much you exercise. You can follow the strictest diet out there or exercise daily for hours on end, but if your body is resistant to the leptin it produces, you will feel hungry and you will accumulate fat. That's a fact the weight loss industry would rather keep shushed, because it renders most of their products and programs useless. It's great to see a product that aims to disrupt the way of things and finally take care of the real problem. That's exactly what Leptitox does, and that's why thousands of people all around the world reported amazing results in mere weeks after they had started taking Leptitox. Is it a health supplement? Well, you could say so, since it's made of herbal components. And still, Leptitox is more of a natural remedy than just a supplement. It treats a real problem, with real results, and brings real satisfaction to most people who try it. In a small portion of customers, Leptitox will bring suboptimal results or even fail to work at all, but that means just one thing: you don't have leptin resistance. If that's the case, and you are still overweight, get in touch with your physician and look for some other reason behind your excess weight. For the vast majority of people, though, Leptitox will likely be a fast and extremely effective solution.